It was a chill-inducing October evening when my 4 closest friends and I embarked on an adventure we would never forget. Alex, Sarah, Mark, Emily, and I had been inseparable since childhood. Every year, we celebrated our friendship with a camping trip. This time, we chose Whispering Woods, a forest notorious for its eerie reputation. As we trudged deeper into the woods, the encroaching darkness seemed to consume us. The trees stood tall and forbidding, their branches like skeletal fingers reaching out to touch the heavens. The forest was unnaturally quiet, save for the soft rustle of leaves underfoot.
Guys, doesn't it feel like we're being watched?
Emily's voice trembled as she spoke, and I couldn't help but glance over my shoulder, though I saw nothing but shadows.
Come on, Em, it's just your imagination.
Mark, ever the rational one, chuckled nervously. We continued on, but the oppressive silence clung to us like a shroud. As the last rays of sunlight vanished, our flashlights pierced the darkness, revealing twisted trees and gnarled roots that seemed to reach out to trip us. We reached our chosen campsite, a small clearing bathed in a ghostly moonlight. Our excitement faded into unease as the whispers began. It started as faint murmurs carried on a spectral breeze. Sarah, her usually confident demeanor faltering, asked,
"Did anyone else hear that?"
We exchanged uneasy glances, our campfire crackling and popping as if in response to the eerie voices. Ben, our resident skeptic, tried to dismiss it as the wind, but deep down, we all knew it was something more. Emily's wide eyes reflected our shared fear.
"I want to go home."
But before we could agree on a plan, a chilling howl shattered the night. It wasn't the cry of any known creature. It sounded like despair and malevolence combined. The trees seemed to drink in the sound, leaving us in oppressive silence once more.
Whatever you do, don't look behind you. Run!
A voice whispered, sending shivers down our spines. Mark's urgency broke the silence.
We need to go, now!
We hastily dismantled the campsite, barely noticing the cold or the darkness that now clung to us like a curse. Emily's terror was palpable, and I watched her eyes fill with tears as the forest continued to whisper its cryptic warnings. As we fled, the owl echoed again, much closer this time. Panic surged through us, and we quickened our pace. Shadows danced around us, and I could feel eyes watching from the inky blackness. Then, like a nightmare come to life, we saw it. A figure emerged from the trees, tall and skeletal. Its eyes burned with malevolence, and its shape shifted and twisted, like smoke in the moonlight. It was a Skinwalker, a creature of ancient legend and terror.
Keep moving!
The Skinwalker let out a blood-curdling scream and gave chase. Panic gave us strength, and we ran through the forest, the creature gaining on us with each passing second. The woods seemed to conspire against us, branches snagging our clothes and roots trying to trip us. In the chaos, Emily stumbled and fell, her screams echoing through the night as her ankle twisted painfully. Sarah and Mark rushed to help her, but the Skinwalker was almost upon them. Alex and Mark turned to face the creature, makeshift weapons in hand. My heart pounded as I watched them confront the malevolent being. The Skinwalker hesitated, as if weighing its options, then let out a haunting hiss and disappeared into the night. Breathing heavily, we helped Emily to her feet, her ankle now swollen and bruised. We couldn't afford to stop, though. We needed to escape the forest, away from the sinister presence that lurked in the shadows. We stumbled through the woods, our flashlights flickering as if the darkness sought to consume them. Hours passed, and despair threatened to overwhelm us as we seemed to circle aimlessly, unable to find our way out. Finally, we stumbled upon a familiar landmark. The trail that would lead us back to safety. Exhausted and terrified, we limped our way to freedom, our ordeal finally over. As the first light of dawn broke through the trees, we emerged from the woods, our faces pale and our bodies battered. We had survived the horrors of the Whispering Woods, but we knew we would carry the scars of that night with us forever. In the days that followed, we tried to make sense of what had happened. We had encountered something beyond our understanding, something ancient and malevolent. The forest had whispered its secrets to us, and those secrets had nearly cost us our lives. We vowed never to speak of that night to anyone, for who would believe our tale of a skinwalker in the haunted Whispering Woods? But the whispers of the forest would stay with us, a haunting reminder of the darkness that lurked in the shadows, waiting for its next victim.